Hey everybody, Jordan Gonzales here from Gonzales Racing Team, bringing to you another victory replay. This is going to be more, I'm going to start doing these little summarized and recap style, so you don't have to watch 45 laps of boringness necessarily. Hope you noticed that there is a new paint scheme I'm driving here. This is a hot lap, by the way. Showing you my 2 laps of qualifying. This new paint scheme is going to be reminiscent of a company I'm going to be starting. You see I'm getting really tight here. Can't get down to the white line. That's going to impact my out here. Almost getting to the wall. Going to have to redo that hot lap. But this paint scheme is representing the Primera Empresa Incorporated, which that was the intention of being fully incorporated, going S-Corp, but probably going to end up doing an LLC instead. Primera Empresa is going to be your one-stop shop for real estate investment, internet technology consultancy. Coming to the green flag for our hot lap. See if we can get it right this time, shall we? Now, the field of strength of this particular race, we are at Chicagoland and driving the Xfinity car, which would be the B car if you're looking at the license level. The strength of field of this lobby is 1398, which is 102 points below your starting average iRating. My iRating is higher than that, and I'm actually it's supposed to be higher than what I am currently, but because I haven't had time to do a whole lot of racing, been losing iRating because I jump into a lobby randomly and just basically wreck out. You'll see here I was able to get the pole position with that hot lap, and there you can see the beautiful paint scheme here. Primera Empresa. Primera Empresa. Apologies for the frame rate drops here. Eventually, as this business takes off and able to sponsor myself with financial donations, I'll have a much better quality rig here. Higher quality, higher frame rates, higher everything. Of course, the car has room for additional sponsors. If anyone's interested, feel free to reach out to me at gonzalesracing.com. Love to have the opportunity to put your company, your purpose, your mission, whatever it is that you would like to have put on the car, put into victory lane. That's got to be one of the best looking paint schemes I've ever done. And it's actually a generic paint scheme, but I love it. Alright, pace car is fixing to drop off. See the 9 and 7 move just a little bit, thinking I was going to jump. I did jump, but not when they wanted to. There's a long wait between the pace car dropping and the green flag. So you see the P2 car of Chris Webb gets caught on the outside of 1-2, but he's going to make a crossover move, and he's going to challenge back to the inside of Cody for the P2 position going into 3 and 4. And Cody is not going to put up that big of a fight for it, so Chris Webb will continue to maintain P2 at the start of when he crosses the line. Going to the next lap here, we're going to show you an incident that took place between the 17 and the 6. The 6 checked up for the corner more than the 17 expected. Turned him around, and as the 17 was being self-cleaned by the track, gets in the way of the 19 of Andrew Wood. Unfortunate situation. It's just a racing situation, unfortunately. This would bring out the only caution of the race, by the way. Riding along with the 19 of Andrew Wood. He sees a wreck happening, goes down low. You hear him bring down his motor, but still the 17 just comes right down across his, I wouldn't say across his nose, I mean just right straight into him, really. Nobody took any tires. And with the only caution that we are going to have a long green flag run and see who's better on tires in this lobby. Pace car's off. I get a good start right there, good jump. And it looks like we almost have a 3 wide thing fixing to happen right here behind us. Yep, there it is, and it goes wrong. Of course, they stay below the apron. So no caution comes out. Let's see what happens here. So the Nicholas got a run, wanted to try to take it 3 wide. The 9 car probably wasn't being called for 3 wide. Again, sorry for the frame rate issues. I'm not going to fault either driver in this situation. If you have a run, you do need to take advantage of it because it's going to be hard to pass. And you see right there riding along with the 9 of Cody, he's just trying to prepare for the entrance, and there was a car there. No incident, or sorry, no caution came of that. Jumping to our next incident, this is between Tim Powers and Evan Faust. You see Tim Powers up on the high lane. Faust had a good run going into 1 and 2. And then right there's kind of a questionable situation. Evan Faust down on the low line comes up into the 14 of Tim Powers. Tim didn't float up to the wall like one would expect of someone in the high lane. See right here, you'd expect him to head out to the wall, and he never gets out there. So unfortunately, he kind of takes away the room that Evan's going to require. Following along with Dan Shorter, you see the incident happening right there in front of him. 21 is going to go down and nail the inside wall, but the 14 of Tim Powers, he's going to try to regain control. But then right here, almost causes an even bigger wreck. Dan Shorter able to get around that. So if we're going to ride along now with the 21 of Evan Faust. See that run that he was getting. But right here you can also see he's getting really tight because he's not able to turn the car down even more. So he's going to require that full lane to pull up. And if Tim had been able to go out to the wall, I think this would have been avoided entirely. But it is what it is. You don't have to go out to the wall. Just riding along with Chris Webb, lap 12. Trying to get into 1 and 2, lined up for it, gets into the outside wall. That's going to cause unnecessary damage to slow him down. It's going to make his car tighter and slower on the straightaways. And that's going to unfortunately take out his chances of having a chance for the win, really, if anyone else maintains their car. You can see the 3 cars that were behind him have now caught him here on lap 14. The number 5 of Todd Slauson is going to go ahead and take him to the inside on the back stretch. And not much of a fight. Chris understands the predicament that he's in, so he's not going to hold these guys up. 5's going to go ahead and get around him, 7 and eventually the 20. Following the 5 still though, he's going to come up. Bam! Make the same mistake as the 10 of Chris Webb. Look at that. Front, right, end damage. He's going to have that damage. That's going to slow him down as well. So now you have the 7 and the 20 cars behind him with no damage. They will continue to maintain higher straightaway speed, and they won't be as tight in the corners. But then this very next lap, so 3 laps in a row, almost practically, the 7 car, he too gets into the outside wall. Devin Shorter into the outside wall. Not as much damage as a 10 car, and probably not as much as a 5 car, but it's still enough to impact his race. The 20 car, now the only one without any damage in the top. Well, the leader doesn't have damage either. I didn't have any damage whatsoever. But 20 is now primed to take P2. He's going to challenge for P3 here on lap 18. Taking advantage of those guys being tight on their entrances. He's going to be able to take it down to the white line and get a good run off. And he will eventually get around the 5 of Todd Slauson. Riding along with the leader here. You see Matt's already got around everybody else back there. Pace, this lap car, the 9 car that was involved in the earlier incident, get into the outside wall just like the other drivers that we've seen. And basically kind of ruined the entrance for the leader. So he's going to have to, he lost time there waiting for it. 12 laps to go. The next incident was the 16 of Ned Grant. He exits 4, gets into the outside wall. 4 to go. The 8 of Christopher Donaldson does the same thing, but this one sends him into the inside grass area. He's able to maintain the car, not cause a caution. No other incidents to report. We will follow along with myself with the last 2 laps of this race. You can see the difference between myself and P2 and Matthew Draper. Finishing second with a car number of 20. Assuming it's an iRating difference. Nowadays, people can somehow pick their own car numbers. That should be a good iRating day for Matthew Draper. White flag in the air. Jordon Gonzales without any contested. Excuse me. No one contesting for the lead right now. In traffic, way ahead. No mistakes. Entering 3, now exiting 4. Here the tires sliding some, maybe a little bit looseness in the back end, but he's able to take it home with victory number 37 for Jordon Gonzales from the Gonzales Racing Team. And the first victory for Primera Empresa. Good solid run for Matthew Draper in the 20 car. Solid P2 there. Wasn't really losing the leader after the tires fall off. He was pretty much hanging with them. So it could have been a good race as a caution came out. And our victory burnout. Nothing signature right now. Well, besides putting it up against the wall and trying to burn it out. I think I do that almost quite a bit. I don't know if I do it on all my replays. Burn them down, burn them down. Again, Primera Empresa, your one-stop shop for real estate investment and technology consultancy. And that INC will probably change to an LLC. I haven't fully submitted everything for this yet. Well, thank you for joining in. Hope you guys enjoyed this shorter recap. Thank you for watching. God bless.